Greetings everybody, and a happy new year to you all, and welcome to my first review of 2022, and this is the Eisenberg Star Cruiser T6X. Now, for those of you who are not aware, this ship has been dedicated to Aron Eisenberg, who was the actor who played Nog in Star Trek Deep Space Nine. Sadly, Aron passed away in September 2019, and he will be sadly missed, as that character developed into a much loved character and an important character as well in the DS9 storyline. Now, this ship was part of the 2021 winter event giveaway, and I have to say I do approve of this one. Yes, it's quirky, and for those who follow my reviews, you'll know that I do like quirky, and this has broke the mold on most of the winter event ships. Yeah, it's clearly a 32nd century design. I'm not a lover of these floating nacelles, I have to admit. Yeah, it seems a bit ridiculous that they are floating away from the ship. I think what I would have preferred is some sort of beams holding them in place. I think that would have been a little bit better. Yeah, and the tail's a little bit long, but I can cope with that. It's just that I struggle with these bits here where they're not actually attached to the ship. It's a bit of a reach for me, is that? But that's sci-fi for you, isn't it? You know, there could be some sort of invisible force field there that we're not aware of. But as I say, I think it would have been nice to have a little bit of a beam coming out from either side to represent holding them in place. But looking at this ship, I think it's really, really well designed. I really do like it, to be honest with you. It's really, really cool. And, you know, it is a 32nd century designed ship. And this is come straight out of the box. So I've not done much work on this. So, yeah. There could be a few surprises in store there that when we go to reviewing this ship that I may not have spotted. So, yeah, we'll have to give that a go, won't we? Right. So, looking at the stats for this ship, it's a tier 6, it's a cruiser, and at level 65 you get a hull of 63,000. It has a really decent hull modifier of 1.4, which makes this a potentially good tank. It has a rather low shield modifier of 0.95, which is a little bit disappointing really, but it's a free ship, so you know, you can't argue, can you? Has a turn rate of 10, has an impulse of 0.18 and an inertia rating of 60. She has a bonus power of +5 all power levels, and her bridge officer seating is as follows. She has a lieutenant tactical, she has a commander engineering, she has an engineering stroke command station, a lieutenant commander science station, and a lieutenant commander universal stroke miracle worker station. So there's a little bit of flexibility there, but to me this is saying tank stroke beamboat. She has 4 weapons to the front and 4 weapons to the rear. We have 4 device slots, and the consoles consist of 3 tactical, 4 engineering and 4 science. Her abilities include a Federation battle cloak. I haven't tested that out yet, but I should imagine that'll be quite useful. Great material continuum, weapon system efficiency, shield frequency modulation, static maneuvering, and attract fire. She has an Admiralty card of 60 engineering, 26 tactical, and 40 science. Now this ship didn't come with a unique bridge, so I've had a look at some of the bridges that were available, and I've given it the future bridge, which I thought was quite apt really, given that this is a 32nd century ship. So what we'll do now is we'll go to the bridge and see what the crew's getting up to, shall we? So here we are on the bridge. As I've said, this is not the standard bridge that came with the ship, but I think my futuristic take on it is much better than the one that actually came with this ship. Let's have a quick look around here. It's quite nice actually. This is called the future bridge, I think it's called. Yeah, I quite like it. Oh my word, this is a big fella, isn't it? Now then, sir, you're a rather large gentleman, aren't you? Yes. What do you mean I look ridiculous? Well, you're no model, sir. What do you mean you're a model for your people? You've modelled? What are you modelling? Play-Doh? Play-Doh? Did you get it? Modelling? Yeah. Well, I better not upset you, had you? Because you're a huge chap, aren't you? Yeah. So you carry on, sir. Yes. Yeah. Doing a fine job. Yes. Anyway. Fantastic. Yes, sir. Well then, number one. He's a rather big lad, isn't he? Who brought him on board? He's your husband? Really? Well, he's a fine chap. Yes, nice, handsome chap, gentleman. Yes, really good. Anyway, carry on. Good job, got out of that quick, didn't we? Yes. And now then, Ensign, how's things going? Do you understand how things are working here? Good. You can tell me then. You can tell me. Oh well, never mind. Carry on. Carry on. Good grief. No sense of humour, this crew, have they? And there's someone else here. You do realise you're out of uniform, don't you? We're all sort of dressed rough. Well, no, we're not. So carry on. Yeah, carry on. Anyway, right. So yeah, not much to see really on this bridge, even though it is. I think it suits the ship better than the one that came with it. But right, let's have a look in the what's in here. Oh, ready room. So we have what's this? Duty? Is this duty officers? Yes, this is duty officers. Which means that must be library files. So over here, this is the bank. Yes. The bank in a trophy cabinet. Well, you would do, wouldn't you? You know, I've said this before. You would have the bank in a trophy cabinet. Right, so, what on earth is this? I mean, it looks like an upside down chicken. Yes. Oh well, we'll have to get that shifted. Okay. Right, so we've had a quick look round the bridge, be that as it may. I do think it's better than what came with the ship, so I'm happy with it. So now all that's left to do is to see how this ship performs in the line of fire. So let's take her out and see how she performs, shall we? So here we are, doing a Japori run. Let's see how she performs. You there, helmsman, big chap. Open fire. Please. Well, didn't she do well there? That was a really good run. I really enjoyed that. Yeah. I think Cryptic have done really well with this. They've knocked this one out of the park with the winter event. And yeah, if you've not yet got this ship, get your finger out, because there's not much time left in the winter event. I think there's only a couple of days left. So if you haven't got it yet, and oh yeah, there we go. Someone else is joining in the party there. Yeah, highly recommend this. Definitely. What a wonderful legacy to leave to Aron Eisenberg. This will be running around for many years to come, I should imagine. Right, so before we go, it's just occurred to me that I haven't actually done some of the statistics of this ship. So what we'll do now is we'll do them now, and then I'll bid you good night. So up first are the traits, and as you can see, I've not yet completed them all, but I am working on them. But in tier 1 we have a 20 plus 25 physical and kinetic damage resistance rating. At tier 2 we have rapid repairs, regenerates 1339.6 hull, 1.25% of your current maximum every 3 seconds in space. Twice this amount is regenerated out of combat. Yeah, I'm not sure how useful that would be, but anyhow, moving on to tier 3. Enhanced hull plating, you get a plus 25 energy damage and radiation damage resistance rating. At tier 4 we have increased maximum hull hit points, and that gives us a plus 10% hull hit points. Be nice to have a bit more, wouldn't it? But never mind. And the trait at level 5, ingenious tenacity. Activating specialist bridge officer abilities causes incoming energy damage to restore 45.25% of that damage to the shield facing it. Hit for 6 seconds. Yeah. I'd have preferred it to have been a little bit longer, but I mean 6 seconds. Wow. That's not exactly an eternity, is it? But anyhow, well, right, moving on. The statistics. Now, as I say, I've just unboxed this today on one of my characters that I haven't done much work on, to be honest with you. I should do more work on it. So the power transfer rate could be better, but it's at 200%. Hull is 107,168. Yes, the 4 rear, right and left shields, 10,626. Wonder if I could make that better. I don't think I've got anything better for this character, to be honest with you. What have we got here? I suppose we could move that and pop that in. Does that make any difference? Not a lot. Not a lot. Anyway, moving on to the resists. That's reasonably handsome. 41,000. Nearly 42. That's not too bad, is it? Accuracy rating 52.8, which on this character I would expect that, to be honest with you. Critical chance 31.1%, and critical severity of 161.6%. So here we have 4 weapons to the front, and I've equipped it with 32nd Century Federation phaser dual beam banks, which for this character I was only able to get it to very rare. Nukara deflector array, and actually I wonder if we should have the, yeah, we'll have that one as well. The Nukara impulse engines. As I say, they're not leveled up to 15, these are at 12, but we'll leave them as is for now. The deuterium stabilized warp core, and we have regenerative regenerative, I can't even say it, can I? Regenerative shield array. And I've got that at Mark 15 Epic, as is the Deuterium stabilized warp core. The aft weapons consist of integrity linked phaser beams. I've got 2 of them. I've got the dark matter quantum torpedo launcher and an omnidirectional phaser beam array. I'll say this character doesn't have much, so yeah, I've tried to cobble the best I can together for this review. Devices: red matter capacitor, Nimbus pirate distress call. Actually, we'll try and swap that out. Put Kobayashi Maru in there. And battery energy amplifier, phased waveform beacons. Yeah, actually, we'll put that in the inventory because we can recall that from the inventory. Moving on to the engineering consoles, and we have the console that comes with the ship, which is the Universal Great Material Continuum. Let's have a look at that. True to Ferengi doctrine, this console has been engineered to take materials and components from those who may currently have a surplus, in this case enemies, and redistribute it to those more in need, in this case allies, utilizing a massive network of tight beam transporter beams to strip away enemy hull. At a molecular scale, this technology will buffer that matter briefly, then convert the stripped matter into energy that is projected onto a protective barrier that can be applied to allied starships. This console also provides a passive bonus to starship drain expertise and all subsystem energy levels. I can never pronounce that, you know. Subsystem. There we go. This console may be equipped in any console slot on any starship. You may only have one of these consoles equipped at a time. Oh, that's going to be interesting to see how that works. +2 all power levels, +21.4 starship drain expertise. Is that the same as that? Oh, here we are. While this console is active, nearby enemy ships will be violently stripped of their physical hull, which will be added to a reservoir of materials upon the ability's completion or deactivation. These materials will be redistributed to all nearby players' vessels, including your own, in the form of temporary hit points equivalent to the total amount of physical damage dealt to enemy ships while it was active, not to exceed 500,000 per player vessel. Well, that'll be interesting to see how that works, won't it? Right, moving on very quickly. I'm using the Universal Dynamic Power Redistributor module, Universal Assimilated module for the 9.2 critical severity, and then moving on to the Universal Obfuscation screen, and that I'm using for the +10 accuracy rating. It's a nice clicky, and it's +10 defense rating with 14.3 starship damage control. And yes, when you're in trouble with this, click on this, and yeah, you become untouchable for about 20 seconds, I believe, after which time, yeah, you come back as if nothing's happened, with a nice little bonus of 120% bonus all damage for the duration, equal to the time that you were healing up. Moving on to the first of 2 of my favourite lobby items, and this is the Bioneural Infusion Circuits, which is giving me 26.2% critical severity. And yeah, I would strongly urge you to get this to improve your build. I've got the Universal Abrasive Hazard Shielding, which I've got from my Arbiter, and the Console Universal Domino, which I acquired from the Bajoran Interceptor. And the second of my consoles, which is a must-have, is the Tachyokinetic Converter, and this gives you 13.1 critical severity, 1.3 critical chance, and a 39.4 flight turn rate. In the tactical, I've got 2 vulnerability phaser locators, which gives us 39.4% phaser damage and 2% critical chance. And finally, the Tactical Locker's custom fire controls console, which is considered to be one of the best consoles in the game. And you can get this from the Discovery Reputations tab. Now, actually, I'm wondering if I've got the third piece of that set on this character. No. Oh, hang on. Have I? Have I? Is that? No. Oh, I thought I had it. No, it's a shame, isn't it? I must be working on that. Let's have a look, see if I'm working on it. Well, yeah, I'm obviously working on the wrong one. Yeah, it's there, so I'm working on that one. Can we get it now? No, we don't have enough now, but right. But it's something to aim for, something to aim for. Right, so without further ado, I'll leave you to the rest of your day. So once again, Happy New Year, everyone, and don't forget, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please hit that subscribe button, and yeah, give us a like as well. That will certainly start the year off well, won't it? Right, so all the very best to you for 2022, and until next time, this is JeSter signing off. Okay, which idiot pushed that button then? Oh, it was you, big fella. Right. Well, no, don't get up, it's alright.
You just don't get it. The trial never ends. Victory is life! Mr. Hobson, you will carry out my orders or I will relieve you of duty. It's a fake. Not die in vain. The Romulans will enter the war.
Your answers will dictate our response.
We are bored. I'm a doctor, not a bricklayer. I busted him up.
The only way to defeat fear is to tell it no. No. We will not take shortcuts on the path. No. We will not break the rules that protect us from our basest instincts.
It would seem that we are not completely dissimilar after all.